Alright, let's dive into something that's been shaking up the gaming world lately. EA, the powerhouse behind franchises like The Sims, Madden NFL, and Battlefield, has just been acquired for a staggering $55 billion. But here's the twist, it's not just any buyer, it's a Saudi-led group, including Saudi Arabia's wealth fund, PIF, and some high-profile investors like Jared Kushner's firm. Personally, I think this is a massive deal, not just because of the price tag, but because it signals a broader shift in where the money and influence in gaming are coming from. What makes this really interesting is how it ties into Saudi Arabia's larger strategy of investing in entertainment, sports, and now, gaming. It's almost like they are building a cultural empire, one acquisition at a time. Now, let's break this down. EA has been a publicly traded company for 36 years, and this move takes it private. From my perspective, this could be a double-edged sword. On one hand, going private means less pressure from quarterly earnings reports, which might give EA more room to experiment creatively. But on the other hand, private equity firms often prioritize cost-cutting, and that can sometimes come at the expense of innovation or even jobs. What many people don't realize is that when companies go private, there's often a period of restructuring, and that can be tough for employees. EA already laid off 5% of its workforce in 2024, so this raises a deeper question: will this acquisition lead to more cuts, or will it stabilize the company? Another detail I find fascinating is the involvement of Jared Kushner. His firm, Affinity Partners, is part of the deal, and has been quoted saying they are excited to help EA reach new audiences. But if you take a step back and think about it, Kushner's involvement adds a layer of political intrigue to this deal. His ties to the Trump family and his role in Middle Eastern politics make this more than just a business transaction, it's a cultural and geopolitical move. What this really suggests is that gaming is no longer just about entertainment, it's a battleground for influence and soft power. Now, let's talk about EA's position in the gaming industry. While they've got a loyal fan base, their revenues have been stagnant, hovering around $7.4 billion to $7.6 billion. In my opinion, this acquisition could be a lifeline for EA to compete with giants like Epic Games and Microsoft, which just bought Activision Blizzard for $69 billion. The gaming landscape is changing fast, and EA needs to adapt. But here's the thing, going private might give them the breathing room to take risks, like investing in new technologies or expanding into emerging markets. What's also worth noting is the Saudi royal family's interest in gaming. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman is known to be a gamer himself, and Saudi Arabia has been pouring money into esports and gaming events. This acquisition feels like the next logical step in their strategy to dominate the entertainment sector. But it's not just about money, it's about shaping the narrative. By owning EA, they are not just buying a company, they are buying a piece of global culture. So, what does this mean for gamers? Personally, I think it's too early to tell. On one hand, EA might have more freedom to innovate without the pressure of Wall Street. On the other hand, there's always the risk that profit motives could overshadow creative decisions. One thing that immediately stands out is how this deal reflects the larger trend of consolidation in the gaming industry. With fewer major players, there's a risk of less competition and fewer choices for consumers. In closing, this acquisition is more than just a business deal, it's a cultural and geopolitical statement. It raises questions about the future of gaming, the role of private equity, and the influence of global powers in shaping entertainment. What this really suggests is that the lines between business, politics, and culture are blurring more than ever. So, here's my question for you: do you think this acquisition will be good for EA and gamers, or is it a risky move? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, I'm curious to hear what you guys think.